We have a baking sheet, a bowl for mixing, a spoon, either a fork or a whisk, a head of cabbage. We have salt and pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. We need a knife for cutting, a cutting board for resting, a stick of butter, olive oil, rosemary, thyme, tongs, a pan that can fit your steak, and then coarse salt. For the sauce, you need a bowl for mixing, ketchup, sugar, oyster sauce, and Worcestershire sauce. And lastly, for the toppings, we have bonito flakes, we have a nori, rice seasoning and nori with sesame seeds, and then we have green onions. Make sure you preheat your oven to 400 degrees. For the cabbage, you want to measure out 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So you're gonna add half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and half of a teaspoon of paprika. So you're gonna whisk all this together. You can either use a whisk or you can just use a fork. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's all mixed together. So when you cut your cabbage, you want to cut it into a big slab. I'd recommend 1/4 of an inch up until 1/2 of an inch. If you make it too thick, it'll take way too long to cook and it might start to burn before you get it tender enough. So you want to either use a brush to use your flavored oil and grease both sides of the cabbage. If you do not have a brush, you could also just spoon it on. So you're going to season it with salt and pepper. And throw it in the center rack in the oven for 45 to an hour. So in a small bowl, we're going to start mixing our sauce for the steak while the cabbage is cooking. So first, we want 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Next, you want 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. 3.5 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce. And then lastly, you want 4 tablespoons of ketchup. So you want to salt your steak on all sides with coarse salt. And you want to let the steak get up to room temperature before you cook it. Okay, turn your stove on high. You're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You're going to place your steak in away from you. And you want to cook it for 3 to 3.5 minutes and don't touch it. You want to render the fat on the side for about 10 seconds. And we'll flip it over to the last side. And then we're going to add the butter. Rosemary and thyme. And now we're going to start basting the butter over the steak. You're going to want to keep basting for about 3.5 minutes. Let the steak rest for as long as you cooked it. After about 40 to 50 minutes, take your cabbage steaks out of the oven. After you've let your steak rest, then you can cut it. Just want to start plating, put the cabbage and the steak on the plate. Okay, now it's time to add your toppings. So you start with the sauce. I would add the green onions, now the nori, and lastly the bonito flakes. And there we have a deconstructed okonomiyaki steak.